Hi, Jim. What is a band or an artist that you're too embarrassed to admit that you're a huge fan of? Thanks, Bella Bee in Calgary. All right, I'll play along. Let's see. A band that I'm a huge fan of that I'm embarrassed to admit. Like if you were to go into my phone, who would you see? Creed. I'll own that. I'll own that. I love that song. Creed would be one. All right. You asked, I'll answer it. Nickelback.
I'm through with standing in line. The clubs I'll never get in.
I admit it, I like those guys. A band that I'm embarrassed to admit that I'm a fan of. All right, guilty pleasure. I'll admit this. I'm man enough to admit Imagine Dragons. The Imagine Dragons also. I'll admit that. All right, you know what? As long as I'm putting it all out there. Coldplay. I love Coldplay. You want to know? So Creed, Nickelback, Imagine Dragons, Coldplay. You want to know who the mother of them all is, though? The one band that I bump constantly when I work out, when I drive, when I'm at home, when I'm in my backyard, that I always listen to, that's a guilty pleasure that I'm kind of ashamed of. Avoid.
Oh my.
Yeah, no, I don't listen to any of that crap ever. Ever. Any of it. Ever. Benny, my man, you and I are boys, no offense. Still love you, dude. Creed, I don't care if you're offended. Nickelback, I hope you're offended. Imagine Dragons, come on, man. Coldplay, for real? Yeah, actually, Bella, I'm funny like that. I only listen to things that I like and that I'm not afraid to tell you that I like. So I don't have an answer to that question. There is not a single band that I listen to where I think to myself, ooh, I hope this doesn't get out. What if they find that out? I'll tell you a funny thing, though. The other day, I was working out and I had Juice WRLD going. And Logan and Jake both were like, dude, Dad, what? You like that? I'm like, yeah, I like that. What? And then Logan hits me with this, well, no offense, Dad, but you are semi-old. He hit me with you're semi-old blast. I'm like, really? Yeah, you upper middle class suburban gangsters. Stop. Hi, Jim. Who plays Jim Rome in a movie? Bella Bee. That's like the easiest one ever, right? Matthew McConaughey. And that's not me saying, hey, man, I'm a good-looking guy like Matthew McConaughey. Every day on Twitter, there are pictures of me and McConaughey side by side. That one's easy. Matthew McConaughey, or I play him. My man actually came on the show back in the day. We were in the same movie back in the day. You know those things I get residual checks for? Two for the Money is a movie that I get residual checks for that are actually infinitesimal. They're tiny. But Matthew McConaughey and I appeared in the same movie way back in the day.
At the risk of being disrespectful, Matt, I got to say, I own that scene. It was all me.
Well, you see, man, you had to remind me that me and Al were even in the scene. And now that you remind me, we were. See, you're not even looking at us.
It's my man McConaughey. When he said Al, he was referencing Al Pacino. I was in a scene with Matthew McConaughey and Al Pacino, and I made sure that Matthew knew I ripped the scene. Much like I thanked Michael Jordan for appearing in my movie, Space Jam. All right, there is your ATP. Mike did not think it was as funny. Mike was not nearly as cool about that as Matthew was. Mike was not as smooth or as quick on his feet as Matthew McConaughey was when I dropped that on Mike.
I just want to thank you for co-starring in my movie with me.
That's what I heard. I co-starred with you, and thanks for doing that. That was nice of you.
Mike sounded like he wanted to come through the phone and choke me out right there. Yeah, that's not funny. How weird is that we had Mike on this show? I don't think we have ever worked as hard for that interview as any interview we've ever had. But Mike came on. Damn right, I asked him how it felt to be in my movie. Basically baseball bat.
Get it right.